What's good, y'all? It's your boy kcnotes. Today we're gonna be making one of those old school Drake type samples that are just fire. Such a vibe, so much feels. And on top of that, you can download the sample and link in the description. And whoever can make the most fire beat using a sample, make sure you email it to me. We'll get a free sample pack. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I have here is a free plugin by Sample Science, Room Piano, and it's just a nice emotional piano. We're just going to lay down some chords, some jazzy chords, and get the tone of it set. So let's get right to it. And if you want to know what kind of chords you can use to get R&B or jazzy chords, you can use your major sevenths or minor sevenths. So let's just go ahead and do that. Now what I'm going to do is make these chords a little more melodic for some variation. Probably use this in the second part of the hook. By hitting Alt S and bringing up the strumming tool, I can make these chords a little more melodic. Let's take a listen. So the next thing I'm going to do is downsample. Once you have it all bounced out, you can open in Edison and you can right click on this little parameter right here. And I like to change it into the thousands. Once I fit that in, I click resample and I change the bit. And let's take a listen to how it changes it. So now we're going to move on to the effects I use to enhance this sound. So the first thing I loaded up was an EQ just to clean up some of the lows and highs. Let's take a listen. And then a big reverb just to put in the back a little bit. I use Valhalla, so let's take a listen. Next, I want a pad or supporting sound of some sort, so I loaded up Expand and use a soft noise band preset just to get a nice little sound. Let's take a listen. And the only effect I did to this pad sound is increase the stereo information using a free plugin named Wider. So let's go ahead and take a listen. Next, I add the vocal chop. If you have Arcade, it makes life a lot easier. If you don't, no worries. You just have to find a song and cut out some vocals from it. So let's just go ahead and take a listen to the vocal chops I added.
In my head, baby, oh my man. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. My.
As for the effects, I didn't add too much. I have a Fruity Love filter, and all I did with it or used it for is went to presets, went to simple low pass, then I just moved this modulation knob right here to the bottom left a little bit. So let's take a listen to how it affects it.
In my head, baby, oh my man. In my head, baby, oh my.
Next, of course, I went ahead and added some reverb just to put in the back once again. Let's take a listen. Next, I add another expand preset, nice and smooth organs, just for another layer. Let's take a listen. And I added a lot of effects, so I'm gonna try to get through them quickly. Same thing I added on the vocal chop. Let's take a listen. Some more reverb, of course. Fruity phaser default setting. Some more filtering EQ to clean up. And a very subtle delay ping. Next, of course, I add the synth bass. Let's take a listen. And last but not least, the synth sound from Expand, called Nice Saw. I just put it in there so the second part of the hook could have a different feel. Let's just take a listen. And once again, a ridiculous amount of effects. Let's take a listen. First, we got some reverb. Wider. Some distortion to make it sound old school or more dirty. EQ to filter. A gross beat on a sidechaining preset for the pumping sound. Panning. That's pretty much it. It'll all come down to how you arrange it, and it'll pretty much be a sample. Now make sure you like, comment, subscribe. There's obviously a lot coming. It's the whole gang. Stay tuned. Let's take a listen to the final sample.